Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe.
So by great fortune we are continuing with Sri Vilapa Kusumanjali, verse number 85. The minds and senses of those who are endowed with Mahabhava are saturated with Mahabhava.
What is meaning? Explain.
The minds and senses.
Srirat. What is disturbing to us? Mind and senses. Right? And we need mind, sure. And we need the senses, the spiritual senses, sure. We no need. How I will feel it. How I will relish it. But when it becomes this material senses, when touch with that thinking, it becomes really spiritual. Attraction, before attraction and now attraction is different. Srirati, that has to realize, if I explain it's not possible to understand. Because we see with conditioned soul, this cannot change. But this senses and this mind change when it touches with divine. You believe that divine touch can change washerman, change the fisherman. But this, when they are Sarup Shakti and what do you say that? Is Shakti, Sarup Shakti and one
Samvit.
No. Krishna. What is the name you say?
Shaktiman.
Shaktiman and Shakti. Both is together there. Because Sarup Shakti, you explain about Sarup Shakti, how she works. Shaktiman only relish, Lord only relish, but her Shakti, her Sarup Shakti, how helping to relish it. They see how he can do it. Then we believe, I know how not God can do it. Why you say not can do? No, he cannot do it. Then he cannot enjoy. This is the job of Sarup Shakti. Shakti to do it. From different. Explain this. You explain. The very important. You not come to the anyone not like to come to the class of my such Sruti Baba, Jaiva Dharma, then you have to explain, right? What is beautiful class is happening, and nobody likes to listen. Right?
Shaktiman is Purusha and Shakti is Prakriti.
See the beauty. Shruti Baba will explain. Now he is not only explaining to me, he is going to the German world, Swiss world. He cannot tolerate now. He will explain all details. Yes. With proof.
Just have to find it because we underline.
You see, Baba, why I said to underline?
Yeah.
No, can you see in underlining? I start tomorrow to prepare.
It is the question is from Rajanath saying that everything in the universe is done by Shakti. And the spiritual world, spiritual body, and spiritual pastimes are also indications of Shakti alone. Then what is the indication of Shaktiman, Krishna? And Babaji's answer is, this is a very difficult problem. Do you want to kill this old man with sharp arrows of your arguments? My dear son, the answer is as simple as the question. But it is difficult to find a person who is qualified to understand it. Anyway.
They understand wrong way.
Anyway, I shall explain it, so please try to understand. I agree that Krishna's name, form, qualities and pastimes all indicate the function of Shakti. However, freedom and free will are not the work of Shakti.
Yahoo!
They are both intrinsic activities of the Supreme Person, and Krishna is that Supreme Person who has free will and is the abode of Shakti. Shakti is the enjoyed, and Krishna is the enjoyer. Shakti is dependent, but Krishna is independent. Shakti surrounds that independent Supreme Person on all sides, but he is always conscious of Shakti. The independent Purusha is the master of Shakti, even though he is covered by Shakti. Human beings can only realize that Supreme Person by taking shelter of that Shakti.
Understand or not? Again explain. You have to explain it. It's not easy to understand. Still I know understand.
So
You have to sit with him. He will explain you. I am trying to develop your preaching program. Nobody understands. Don't give an easy way to understand. You also chintan. You also think. And who likes interested, then say to them. If this is not clear, then nothing, never will understand. All scripture will give the explanation of this. Conclusion, concluding things. No scripture can say you. Only realized soul knows this.
the
Let
absolute,
us give the taste.
so the absolute truth is independent, and he has his personality, freedom, and free will. He does nothing, but everything is done by his Shakti, who is completely dependent on his direction with his will. Shakti is the enjoyed, and the Supreme Person Krishna is the enjoyer.
What he will enjoy without Shakti. How I will relish, how we will understand.
There's one more line in the previous page.
Nobody understand. I can see by this. You have to sit with him, please. If you don't understand, you will not know Krishna. Wow. Yeah.
And one more line. One experiences Vrindavan Rasa only when one becomes competent to relish it. By taking shelter of Radha, that's the only way.
Competent means?
Qualified, eligible.
To take shelter of that comfort. That is qualification. Competent. Right? So, if not, then after 10 years devotional life, they go to Mahabhava philosophy or they go to the, you see,
Narayan Bhakt.
this Japanese baby, 1 year old, 2 years, interested so much.
How is possible that Radhika, as they enjoys more than Krishna?
Radhika not enjoy, but she arranged the, because she is the second of Krishna.
Yes, so it is mentioned that she feels more happiness than even Krishna. So means
Because
she enjoys
give us more happy than receiver. One day you make the cook and go and distribute. The receiver will also enjoy, but what you are giving, you will enjoy more. Because you feel that today I do something, service in my life. Say that. In Gurudev disappearance day, we are distributing round about 200 boxes. Means one boxes, we are putting 6 puris and sweet and sabji. This we will, and Keshav Baba, and who likes to go, he can go and distribute. So, the giver will enjoy more. It will take little energy, but when you give, you relish more to give. Something you give, you relish, but enjoy is something, but you relishing, that you useful to serve someone. Satisfied. Yeah. One word is so behind it. If you understand these words by bhajan without reading that, and if you not have a bhajan, then you need this, what you say, a difference to understand. So, how are you?
She doesn't speak. She's a wow,
Mona.
Wow. When I see, I'm so proud of your devotion, your love, your caring. It's all you have special qualities. You don't come to meet me, but I can feel you. Thank you. Yeah. Go on with this. You are a best yoga teacher. Best. You study for your seva. Very good qualities. Thank you. Bless. Keep it like this.
The minds and senses of those who are endowed with Mahabhava are saturated with Mahabhava.
Sri Radhe, understand. Now you will get the rest. This we are trying to do. But we are so conditioned. It happens for some time, some minutes, and again come back. Listen, sadly, very important. Repeat this. One line. If this we practice, all such.
The minds and senses of those who are endowed with Mahabhava are saturated with Mahabhava.
You need to this class of my Vilapa. He will give one special how to see mind and senses if it is fixed in Sarup Shakti, in her, how it becomes saturated from others. We will explain. Yeah. But that has to do.
Does it mean if the Swarupa experience Mahabhava, that also the material body is so purified and spiritualized that through my material body I also experience Mahabhava?
Right. Now say like this, that mind is the only playing game to us.
Yeah?
Mind, my
That's
mind,
the only
game with my senses, and senses also is demanding from mind. And my false ego says, yes, this to do is a false, this is the best thing. So we are influenced with the senses and the false ego. The moment you move for Radhika, your false ego has to break down. Because love and false ego not work together. It will break. Trinadapi Sudecha. So that time this Trinadapi Bhava will start when we want to take her, follow her. And this mind and these senses will automatically, by thinking pure. What about touching to her? That vibe will change us. Even I not become Manjari. I don't do anything. Just mind start thinking for her. Senses start moving that direction. All become free. And false ego, automatic, run away. It's not a standing between mind and false ego, not. Direct mind is connected to Radhika. My false ego is breaking, no Radhika. Only Lord will give. But Shakti. Sarup Shakti has so much power that Shakti cannot keep it. It will break it down. Automatically. influence power. And without purity of the mind and the senses, Sarup Shakti will not come. Sarup will not come. My spiritual identification will not grow. What? Yeah.
That how you feel yourself, that you are free from false ego.
That you are. Every individual has to check it. When somebody teases you and you don't feel any effect, somebody say bad to you and not take that, you start searching what is the behind meaning of that. Maybe my benefit is behind that. You start looking your benefit, some mercy behind that. When false ego is gone, automatically you will start searching good behind that. False ego will start looking bad for everything. And this start looking what a mercy, some speciality behind that is Sri Adi kya naam hoga?
वो चलो ले आओ।
Yeah. उसी को ले जाओ, उसको धो धा के साफ कर दे। There is only 2 days time for you, up to 25th. After that, Chandan Seva will finish. Two days, so how much you can do, you can do. 25th, 26th, they will use that. Your Seva will use that. Yes. Understand? Go on. So without mind not pure and your senses not become pure, senses are controlling how Sarup will come. So first only thinking of Radhika, it will be different. Ego will automatically run away. If it is still ego is dancing on my head, means I just, here also I am doing some religious activities for showing, not practically doing serious. No? Right? That's the point. For showing, not practically, and we have to inner side practice to do. Yeah. One line, but everything is go on.
Srila Vishnava Chakravarti writes in his Ananda Chandrika commentary, Mahabhava helps the mind to regain its constitutional position.
See that? Mahabhava
helps the mind to regain its constitutional position. It's underlined. All underlined.
All underlined before. Wow, it's so great. You see? Right now. See, underlined before.
You underline.
Wow. Mind help us. To develop this mind constitutional position. Why? Because the free mind becomes free.
Mm-hmm.
No tension. One pointedness and many-pointedness make disturbance to the mind, and one-pointedness make easy to the mind. And second, constitutional portion. Easy to understand my constitution. And all, if it is not clear, it clears when I do bhajan. It's automatic become clear by bhajan. My mind is fixed and it's fixed in constitutional portion. And when you see the scripture, wow, I'm in right path. Listen from Keshav Baba. Never he read these books in English or Bangla he cannot read, but he will talk this only because of the Bible. See that? See that? I'm so foolish. I don't do bhajan. And I said to all of you, bhajan gives. You know? See that?
Mahabhava helps the mind to regain its constitutional position.
See that? Where they say, where I get the sarup? Where I will get the sarup? Guru will give me. How give the sarup? Then who is Gurudev? He is Kasi of Mahabhava. He will do everything by himself. Or one close lover who is become Dasi, very close, understand. They care that. What Gurudev Mahabhava give, he surpassed. Without receiving, he not give, because he is fixed with Swamini. And when he not receive, it's okay, you have to wait. You have to wait. When the moment he receive, he will call you and say, I take it. Yeah.
This means that the minds of the girls who have Mahabhava are entirely consisting of Mahabhava. The mind has no more separate existence from Mahabhava.
See that? Because the blockage was false ego is not existing. And this is our practice to so much practice from the mind with senses. So my false ego says, oh, never leave this identity that you are a rich man and you are engineer, doctor, you are yogi, you are a guru. Never leave this your false ego. If you leave, you will lose your life. It's a false. So my mind is blocked from this place. my false identity. Yeah. See that? Clear or not? Not clear?
Very simple.
But very difficult to practice. Very difficult to practice. It's true. It's very easy to understand. But difficult to practice. So we want to do bhakti work. Nobody will know what you are doing. But you can only realize. And higher than you, the spiritual person will understand what is happening. Which stage you are. You are influence of the senses, you are influence of the ego, or you are meditating to Allah Shakti. Where is your mind? This is also ego. I am a teacher. Anything is a falsehood. To identify from bodily concept. I am a Brahman, I am a Kshatriya. I am a sannyasi. Mahaprabhu says, I am not a Brahman, I am not a sannyasi. I am nothing, these things. What is it?
Dasa, das.
Of what last word?
The devotee.
Radha Bhartu. Right? Check. Radha Bhartu. What is that?
Manjari.
Radha's and Radha's lover. Radha's husband, lovers. See that? Radha's Pranavallava. And servant.
Gopi Bratu Pada Kamala Dasa Dasanudas.
Gopi Bratu Pada Kamala. More humble. Not Radha, but to Gopi.
In Guru Mantra, we have Prema Rupaya. So, this is the meaning that Gurudev has realized soul living in this Swarup. So, his body is not material. Everything is saturated by Mahabhava.
Yeah. And one is Manjari, Guru Manjari. And who is in Navadip area, he is a saturated love. Full of mood of following to the love. Prem Rupaya. Rupaya. Prem Rupaya Dhima. It's not, it's Rupaya. Prem Puja Rupa. Sarup Shakti is Rupa. Prem Rupaya, he is so close with the Prema that he becomes like that. Dhima. Tanno Guru Prasadam. Rupaya Dhima. Without chanting this mantra, you cannot go deep. In this mantra, the first word is a cling. And a cling is only for Radha and Krishna. Why it is Gurudev? Gurudev is not a cling. Right? But here is a cling. Why, behind meaning is a parkya. Oh Gurudev, I have one reason to come to you. My goal is clean. My goal is clean. I don't want to deviate from this goal. Clean means Radha Krishna union, right? Everybody knows that, right? So this goal you have to fulfill. That is the reason behind that. I need your help that you fulfill my desire. A specific desire. Not other desire. When I will reach there, all is done. Whole universe is there.
The senses act according to the mind's direction, and in this way, the senses of the Vraja Sundaris also consist of Mahabhava.
Yes, right. So, Gurudev is Prem Rupaya. Rupaya means similar. Rupaya. When you see the Gajadhar mantra, is Radha Rupaya. Why? Gajadhar is similar like Radha. Same energy of love he also gives. Gurudev also is come to that stage of that. Very close to Radha. In Rupaya means to be so close that his Mahabhava come to that. So close. What is written there? Words?
Saturated.
Saturated. Again read. This is the thing. But his whole philosophy of all Vedic literature is there in one paragraph. Go on. You see that?
The minds and senses of those who are endowed with Mahabhava are saturated with Mahabhava.
You see? Rupaya, Radha Rupaya.
Mahabhava consists of the greatest nectar and helps the mind to return to its constitutional position. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti writes in his Ananda Chandrika commentary, Mahabhava helps the mind to regain its constitutional position.
Why Raghunath Das Goswami write Manasik? I said to make separate book of Manasik to Srivas, because that book is most important to check our mind and to make in tuning to that. Very simple little book, but very meaningful. And I will suggest you also with this, what you are reading, Sakti Tattva, you conclude what is the practice for this. What is the literature say? What is the important? Not much discussion. See him take it and make it your book. Start that. And Jiva Tattva. That two things are. And Shaktiman is also there. So all will come one place. This is the spiritual thing, this requirement. Right? Shakti Tattva, Shakti Ma, and Jiva Tattva. Papa Moy likes so much to sit. She becomes fresh. You see? This is another thing. Yeah.
This means that the mind of the girls who have Mahabhava are entirely consisting of Mahabhava.
Sri Radhe.
The mind has no more separate existence from Mahabhava.
Yeah. Underline all.
Everything is underlined.
Not miss anything. Wow.
The senses act according to the mind's direction.
Wow.
And in this way, the senses of the Vraja Sundaris also consist of Mahabhava.
Yeah.
Eh?
You see that? And this body also be pure to go in the spiritual body. It becomes more all pure. There is no impurity left. Shira.
Therefore, it is logically proven that all the activities of senses of Rajas gopis are dedicated to and dominated by Krishna.
Dedicated and dominated to Radha Krishna. Take one thing.
All the Vrajas Sundaris.
Gopis also dedicated sometimes. They get mercy of Sarup Shakti, but they are thinking because of the previous sanskara. They become Saki, they cannot become because of previous. This explained.
All the Vraja Sundaris have Mahabhava, but Sri Radha is Mahabhava Swarupini herself. She consists of nothing but Mahabhava, from the tips of her toenails up to the top of her head. It is certain that Krishna is greatly delighted and controlled by each of her physical and sensual acts. Hence, no one in the world is more worthy of the name Suvrata, dedicated girl, than her. In his Stavamala, Srila Rupa Goswami has nicely described how Sri Radha picks flowers in the forest. Indeed, his descriptions of this pastime are unrivaled in the kingdom of sweet rasa. In the morning time, Shri Radhika feels morose. She does not feel like performing her household duties, and her mind is restless, so she goes out into the forest on the pretext of getting water for her ritual worship, eager to see lotus-eyed Krishna. Rupa Manjari secretly follows her to the bank of the Yamuna. Srimati walks very far until she catches Mohana's bodily fragrance, and thinking that he is in the forest, she proceeds towards him like a thirsty she-bee. When she sees Krishna standing there, dressed like a forester, she starts picking flowers just to catch his attention. Mohan notices her and says, "Who is that girl, destroying the beauty of the forest by picking all the flowers there? How beautiful you are!" Shri Radhika, seeing Krishna with his forehead beautified by Gorochana pigments, frowns her eyebrows. Radhika, who is called Bhamini, or powerful girl, pulls at her blue garment and thus conceals her limbs. How wonderful are her movements. She takes some distance from Mohana and hides herself between the huge jasmine creepers on the bank of the Yamuna. Mohan follows her as if he is bewitched by some mantra and says, "You are always coming here to pick flowers, and then, after cruelly breaking all the tender sprouts and destroying the beauty of the forest, you hide yourself. Who are you?" Hearing this, Vinodini Radha anoints her smirky smile with a paste of faint anger and says, "Listen, O Kala, black boy, how painful it is to see your behavior. It is like a great fire that burns us. We are dedicated girls, and our minds are always devoted to worshipping the sun god. We always come here to pick flowers, and we never heard such rude words before. Why do you speak such words today? That is not proper of you." Rasaraja, Krishna, the king of Ralisher, says, "Well, this is the doing of the bold King Cupid. Aren't you afraid of him? I understand that you have stolen many flowers and sprouts today. O golden flower thief, now I caught you. How will you be able to go home now? Aren't you married girls afraid and ashamed to come to this forest every day, stealing leaves and flowers, breaking the straw? O golden-complexioned flower thieves, how will you escape now that I've caught you? You won't be able to run away." Rasa Sudhakara stays in hiding and witnesses Radha and Krishna's pastimes. Tender Swamini says, in a faint harsh mood, "Bhina or Tyaktava, I know you are a rogue. We are worshipping the sun god. This forest is only for women. Men are not allowed here. Until now, no one has ever forbidden us to come here. Who are you? Didn't you learn any manners? Whose forest is this anyway?" Mohana says, "This forest belongs to King Cupid, who has entrusted it into my care. This king is very cruel, and it was very unfair of you to steal his flowers." Swamini says, "There is no King Cupid here. You are that rogue yourself. Who in Vraja does not know your pranks?" In this way, their sweet quarrel goes on. But by quarreling with him in this way, Swamini became known as Suvrata, a girl who is unflinchingly dedicated to Krishna's pleasure. He feels boundless bliss when he tastes the sweetness of this quarrel. When I see Radha's face and eyes in this mood, I feel 1,000,000 times more happy than when I unite with her. Finally, she enters a kunja with her prananad and relishes all kinds of sweet pastimes with him there. When the vision disappears, Shri Raghunath anxiously prays as follows: O dedicated Radhe, O sweetly speaking girl, O Empress of Prasadam, you play blissful Rasika pastimes with Giridhari, the Lord of your life, and your crooked, playful, clever, and Rasika girlfriends. During these funny nectarian pastimes that are played on the crooked pretext of picking flowers, Vamshidhari Krishna says, who is picking flowers in this kunja, stealing them from me? I have seen hundreds of thousands of women, I cannot even count them, and they are all equal in form and qualities. But amongst them, you, O Hemangini, golden-limbed Radhe, you are the crown jewel. That is clear to me, because you are not afraid. This kunja abode belongs to King Cupid, and I am simply the kunja's guardian. How dare you break off all these freshly sprouting branches? I think it is completely crazy. On the order of King Cupid, I will teach you a lesson in a lonely cave, just as I wanted. Listen, O woman of Raja, I will loot everything from your limbs. Hearing these clever words, Princess Radha replied. Outwardly, she showed anger, but inwardly she was decorated with 20 ornaments of topmost ecstatic love from seeing him. O Shri Radhe, Vraja Bala, Gopi, seeing this intimate pastime, my mind becomes filled with joy. This Vilapa Kusumanjali is a collection of nectarian prayers. That is the jewel of Dasa Goswami's bhajan. This ends the verse 85.
And why pastime is there? To fix your mind. Make the mind pure, and your senses pure for this. When you will meditate in this, that mind will become pure for that moment. And then again you want to meditate. Again you want to. And slowly, slowly, your mind and your senses will start following to her, Radhika, and they will get the taste of Mahabhava, and this mind and senses will affect with Mahabhava. This is the path. One person asked that how to live in mind, soul consciousness. One of my devotees from Hong Kong, one group of the devotees in Hong Kong, they follow. One time I went there. Then he asked me, how to fix my mind, how I can be conscious to the soul. Then I say, my dear, is a very good question that we want. And without consciousness of soul, what we need mind, what we need my senses to be pure. Then it can. Then soul consciousness will. Then she said, she is reading Radha Sudhaniti and she liked. I said, one thing though. First is slow of Radha Sudhaniti. First is a glorification of Guru Tattva. Second one, translate in Chinese. And if you have any problem, I will explain that. I'm trying to translate that. And I authorized one Guru there, Jayadev. I said to give to him. He will explain you. Or if he has any problem, I will say to him. And that way, the pastime is a process to keep sometime your mind and senses in you. See that? This is the meaning of pastime. How much you will listen, after one by one, this pastime will start coming in your life. And you will live in that meditation. In beginning not, but it will be when practiced, taste will come to your mind and senses will become quiet. Then automatically it will start flowing. But without, you will not interested to listen when the false ego is there. You cannot listen. And when false ego is going down, you will sure like not to miss it. You will check yourself. And false ego keep us in my senses. So, we involve to serve the senses and false. Same mind starts serving to Radhika, both become very influenced with Mahabhava. And they don't disturb. See that? Again and again read this, listen recording and try to go inside. Please, that will help you. Radhe. Thank you. Rasmai.
Kaha Vyuha expansion of Radhika. Can you explain that?
What?
This Kaha Vyuha expansion. We listened once that the Kinkaris there are, I don't know is the right word, Kaha Vyuha expansion of Srimati Radhika. So Radhika, she consists of Mahabhava. The question is, the Kinkari also consists completely of Mahabhava. And when
all they are, all gopis, they are Kahavya of Radhika. And Manjari is especially gift, personal gift through Gurudev. So they are kripa by mercy. requests of the Gurudev, requests of the Radhika, she accepts without no qualification to us. They are Kahirua, and straight mercy is specific that you are my task. Comfort, I need you. So this Saru, she give means she accept her prasad, her jutha, clothes, and everything she gives. The clothes, what we have, the body, all her gift. Seva is her gift. All what we have in our Sarupadeva is all her gift, prasadi. So, and Sakis are Kayavyoga, so they have a desire of meeting with Krishna, but Manjari has nothing like this. They have only this wish, how to serve my Swami. I know your growth, Prasadi. I know your body give me, your body is my prasad. You give me the age is your prasad. You give me the seva is your prasad. All you give. When this feeling will come, that you give me, and I receive, and I not using to be close to you, my desire will happen to do more things, to live in that. This chance never happened in life. Srinath.
Radhe Radhe Go